Well, this is the most adorable final strike we have had in a while. Check this out from the judges. Aaron and Samantha Judge announced the birth of their daughter, Nora Rose Judge. Does it get any better than that?
Name. I like the name.
It's a really good name.
Yes.
She's destined for greatness.
That's probably a good bet.
Yeah.
Whatever she wants to do, she can probably do.
Look at the pedigree. Got us to thinking dad strength. Like, maybe he's poised for another MVP? Because if history has taught us anything,
what has it taught
a
us?
lot of greats have raked after having a child. Mike Trout, for one, Bryce Harper, Matt Chapman, a lot of notables.
So that means
you think this will translate?
There's a chance Aaron Judge has a little bump from that.
Bump?
But from the 58 home run season, 144 RBIs, like really, we're
hard to go up from here.
Yeah, we're expecting him to do better. Hey, no pressure, Aaron. Just give me 60 and 150.
Might break his own AL record.
Yeah, but good stuff. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Being
so
a dad's
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, congrats to the Judge family. It's such an amazing thing to celebrate and puts things in perspective. I'm sure you're a dad.
Yes, both my kids were September babies, so I don't know if they helped me on that September run, but yeah, it kind of puts baseball in the back burner for a little bit because you kind of realize how special things are, and then you kind of want to do something for them, you know? You play for a different reason. Yeah, you play for a different reason. It really does. It makes you feel a little different. So
I love that.
It's cool.
Yeah, so you can go to spring training, enjoy the warm weather, and of course him, Samantha, and Nora. Here's what he's going to look like in spring training. Dad strength.
You know,
and there's
like,
Nora.
That's what I look like when I look in the mirror. Never. Ever. Ever.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of MLB Tonight. Mike Lowell, Lauren Gardner. We'll see you next time.
Here now is my Greg's list. Do you guys mind if I do a Greg's list? So this list is my personal opinion. That is the crux of this Greg's list. Our quest to find out who is number one on Greg's list. You guys can hang out with me while we do this. And you are number one on Greg's list. I wanted to do this Greg's list when Juan Soto signed his $765 million contract, but I couldn't because I had that feeling in my bad knee that Pete Alonso would go back to the New York Mets. So now that he is back for at least 1 year, he could opt out after the first year, that 2-year deal. Now I know it's going to be Lindor, Soto, and Alonso, which got me thinking, is this the best top of the order in all of baseball? That is our Greg's list. We kick it off at number 9. We're going to Houston. There was a time when the Stros had the best 1 through 3 of any lineup. But Altuve, Yordan, I'm putting Christian Walker in the 3 hole. Some of you might go, more of a cleanup guy. I think this is the best 1 through 3 the Stros can throw at you, but it's only number 9 in this sport, according to me. At number 8, Gunnar Henderson led off the majority of the season last year. Adley Rutschman did go back and forth between 2 and 1, but he's an on-base guy. I don't care what any of the projected lineups are saying. Tyler O'Neill, you went and got him for a reason. You're bringing in the left field wall closer to home plate for a reason. You want him to hit over 30 home runs again. That's the 8th best 1 through 3 in any lineup. Number 7, the Texas Rangers suffered from a World Series hangover. It's real. It happens. All 3 of these guys are bouncing back. Marcus Semien had a bit of a down year. He's going to bounce back. Corey Seager just didn't play a full season. When he played, he was great. And Adolis Garcia, he went south the hair. That dude's ripped. He's yoked. He'll be back. They're number 7. Number 6, man, I tell you, Anthony Volpe's in a good spot here. I think he's going to be the leadoff guy. There's talk that maybe Judge would hit in front of Bellinger. I don't see that at all. Cody Bellinger is going to have a monster walk here, hitting in front of Aaron Judge. Volpe's still trying to solidify himself as the reason why this 1 through 3 is only number 6 on Greg's list. The 5th best top of the order in the entire sport, the San Diego Padres. You have power and speed with Tatis Jr. Then the contact king of Luis Arraez and Manny Machado. I love this. This is an old school lineup, man, when you had a hit the contact 2-hole hitter. Now we put the sluggers in the 2 spot. The Padres are number 5 on Greg's list. Number 4, the Atlanta Braves. Now, this is the lineup I'm going with. Acuna Jr., who might not open up the season, they're expecting not to. He's going to play over 100 games. I think Jurickson Profar, if he's going to get paid, he's hitting 2nd. And then Austin Riley. You can move Marcelo Ozuna to the 3, maybe Matt Olson, whoever you want. The Braves are number 4, best 1 through 3 lineup in the sport. This is where it gets really good. It's hard to be better than Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, and Bryce Harper. this could rival the other two top of the orders if Trey Turner finds that magic again, which I think he will this year. I think it's going to be a great season for the Philadelphia Phillies. Those three, they're the heartbeat. Number 2, the New York Mets. Lindor, Soto, Pete Alonso. If it was Mark Vientos, and I love Mark Vientos, if they did not bring back Pete Alonso, they would not be in the top 5. As much as I love Lindor and Soto, and I love Vientos, Pete Alonso is going to drive in 140, folks. 140. It's the second best top of the order in all of baseball, but the best, and you know it's the best, is Ohtani, Mookie, and Freddie. Remember when they started the season? And they're like, well, Mookie's comfortable in the leadoff spot. He's going to hit leadoff. That went away when Mookie got injured. Shohei Ohtani is a leadoff guy if he can steal over 50 bags. This is as good as we've ever seen. It's the best 1 through 3 of any lineup in the MLB Network era. Ohtani, Mookie, and Freddie. That's number 1, the best 1 through 3 orders in all of baseball. Pete Alonso, the polar bear, coming back, put the Mets at number 2. Chris Young always likes to challenge me on my list. Do I have a glaring omission on this list?
You did a good job, Greg.
Thank you.
I think you had a few teams higher than they should have been. I think your Braves were a little too high. I think your Astros were a little too low.
You're moving them closer to number 1.
I'm moving them closer to number 1. A team that maybe I will sneak into the number 10 spot, 9 spot would be like the Diamondbacks. A Corbin Carroll, a Marte, potentially, maybe.
Josh Naylor,
31 homers. Ketel Marte coming off a monster season, 36-31. I know you naturally want to go to the big market teams, but you got to remember about the middle of the road teams as well, Greg, and make sure you show those guys some love as well.
I love those guys.
And since you just make up lineups, you just say where I think this person should hit in the lineup. No matter what the team is saying, Greg is saying where he feels like they should play. So I'll play that same game.
Okay.
I think the Minnesota Twins should have Royce Lewis leading off and Carlos Correa hitting second and Byron Buxton, well, he just hit third. I mean, would you not take this 1, 2, 3? If you knew these guys would be on the field, Greg, are you not putting these guys in your top 6?
I would change that lineup. I would put Bucks in the leadoff spot. I would put Royce Lewis second, then I would put Carlos Correa.
1, 2, 3.
I want Bucks in speed.
That's better than half of your list.
But we don't know if they're going to play.
And then there's one more list that you didn't even think of, and probably one of the best young players in the game, Jackson Chourio.
Oh, I thought about this one.
Did you?
This was the just miss list.
Well, you should have made a just miss list because people feel like you forgot about these guys.
No!
Chourio, Christian Yelich in the 2 spot. If he's clearly found his swing. William Contreras, great young player. Like Chourio and Contreras, these guys are just getting better. And if these guys continue to develop and get better like you're hoping for these breakout seasons from some other players on your list, they should get the same benefit of the doubt and deserve their way on the list.
You sold me. I'm kicking the Yankees out. Sorry, Aaron Judge. I'm making room for the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm kidding. My list is set in stone. Sorry, CY. We got to take a break. This is terrific television. It's fun to watch. Once again, in the Mexicali, you got Venezuela squaring off against Robbie Cano and the Dominican squad. He's still got a sweet swing, man.
Bro, I was with Robbie Cano last year at a Travis Scott celebrity softball game. And he came with like 3 bats. The swing looked exactly the same. I'm like, you still playing? He's like, yeah, I'm going to my season right after this.
Of course he can. Ronel Raveo singles up the middle. Venezuela trails just by 1. It's 3-2. Later, as you see the skipper, Albert Pujols. That was a cool jacket, by the way. Jorge Rondon to center. This sac fly is going to tie the game at 3. I mean, we're in the late stages. Thrown out third, by the way. Albert shaking his head. Here's Socrates Brito. Coming through in the clutch. Tied game. And no longer in the corner.
Greg,
DR takes a 1-run lead.
When you watch these games, it is the same atmosphere, if not better, than playoff baseball. I mean, the guys are locked in. Any big leaguer that shows up, when you step on the field, you better be ready to go because they're trying to win ball games right now.
You see, with bottom 11, Albert Pujols decides to give the intentional pass, and then this would end the game. Albert, once again, playing chess. Dominican Republic, they win. Final in 11, 5-4 the score. As for Puerto Rico against Team Mexico, Billy Hamilton playing for Team Mexico in center field, and he's been playing well. You don't want to walk him, though.
Man, you see players not being able to stay away from the game. They want to go out there and win a ball, try to keep their eye as tight as possible. Continue. This is when you really just love the game, Greg. You want to show up. Doesn't matter what time of year it is, you want to be out there playing.
And this is what he did his entire career. And he gets steal bases with the best of them. This is Martin going down the line. Mexico take a 1-0 lead. Billy's going to manufacture a run himself. That's only in the first inning. I want to fast forward to the 7th. Puerto Rico trailing 3-0. Isan Diaz, the former Marlin, bloops this one. It's going to find the grass. Puerto Rico trails 3-1.
I know that guy.
Oh, yeah. Eddie Rosario pops up a mile high. Mexico wins 3-1. They advance to the finals to square off against Albert Pujols' Team DR. You can tune in to watch this Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, live on MLB Network. I know for a fact this means the world to Albert Pujols, who's the manager of that squad from the DR. Now, we have some news that just came in regarding the longtime translator of Shohei Ohtani, Ippei Mizuhara, who was sentenced to 57 months in prison beginning March 24th. Sam Blum reporting this. He was actually in the courtroom. He will have 3 years of supervised release, is ordered to pay restitution of nearly $17 million to Shohei Ohtani. The government got the sentence they requested. Mizuhara asked for 18 months. Wow. Still ahead on MLB tonight, Anthony Castrovince, he makes you scratch your head. He put out an article of the all underrated teams, and he gave us guidelines. So we decided to play the same game. It's very difficult. CY and I give us our best chance next.
語られるべき伝説の終幕が、また新たな歴史の幕開けとなったロサンゼルス・ジャースは、数々の挑戦を乗り越え、最高のシーズンを築き上げた。そして、その中心には、常に大谷翔平がいた。彼のプレー、彼の影響力、そして彼の存在そのものが、ドジャースに新たな時代をもたらしていることは間違いない。今シーズンは、決して順風満帆ではなかった。数々の試練が立ちはだかり、ファンもチームも苦しんだ時期があった。それでも、選手たちは決して諦めることなく、互いを信じ、団結し、目標に向かって前進し続けた。チームスポーツの本当の強さとは、個々の才能だけではなく、この信頼と団結によって至っているものなのだと、ドジャースは改めて証明した。特に印象的だったのは、シーズンを通じて見せた選手たちの情熱と集中力。大谷翔平、ムーキー・ベッツ、フレディ・フリーマンといったスター選手が常に最高のパフォーマンスを発揮し、チームを勝利へと導いた。そして彼らだけでなく、すべての選手がそれぞれの役割を果たし、チームのために尽力した。その努力の結晶がこの素晴らしいシーズンを生み出したのだ。また、チームの中で生まれた特別な瞬間も見逃せない。例えば、アーロン・ジャッジの家族にとって、このシーズンの終わりは、単なる一つの区切りではなく、新たな命を迎えたことで、より意味のあるものとなった。父親としての新たな役割と、フィールドでの責任を両立しながら、これからどのような成長を見せてくれるのか、ファンとしては期待せずにはいられない。そして歴史が示しているように、子供を持つことで選手のモチベーションがさらに高まり、最高のパフォーマンスへとつながることも多い。マイク・トラウト、ブライス・ハーパー、マット・ズップマンなど、子供が生まれた後に大活躍した選手は数えきれないほどいる。そう考えると、来シーズンのジャッジの爆発的な活躍も十分に期待できるのではないだろうか。そしてもちろん、来シーズンのドジャースに対する期待も高まるばかりだ。大谷翔平は今後もリーグを代表する存在として君臨し続けるだろう。ムーキー・ベッツ、フレディ・フリーマンとの1、2、3番の並びは、まさにMLB 史上最強レベルの打線だと断言できる。特に大谷がリードオフとして50盗塁以上を記録すれば、さらにこの打線の破壊力は増す。野球の歴史を振り返っても、これほど強力なトップオーダーはめったに存在しない。このラインナップがどのように進化し、 どんな記録を打ち立てるのか、今からワクワクが止まらない。さらに、このチームの強さは、打線だけではない、投手陣の充実も、ドジャースの成功に欠かせない素となるだろう。今シーズンは、怪我に悩まされた部分もあったが、若手の成長、ベテランの経験、そして新戦力の補強が加われば、来シーズンはさらに強固なチームへと進化するはずだ。これまでの歴史が示すように、強いチームとは総合力が高いチームであり、ドジャースはまさにその理想型へと近づきつつある。そして何よりも忘れてはならないのは、ファンの皆さんの存在だ。シーズンを通じて、ファンの声援が選手たちを支え、勇気を与え、困難を乗り越える力となった。勝利の瞬間の歓声、逆境の中での励まし、そして敗北の悔しさを分かち合うそれらすべてが、チームにとってかけがえのない力となった。この特別なつながりこそがスポーツの魅力であり、ドジャースというチームをさらに強くする要素なのだ。だからこそ、来シーズンも引き続きドジャースを応援し、共に戦ってほしい。このチームの未来は明るく、まだまだ新しい歴史が刻まれる瞬間が待っている。そして、その瞬間を一緒に分かち合うために、今すぐチャンネル登録をして、次のシーズンも一緒に楽しもう。最後に、選手たちへ心からの感謝を伝えたい。本当に素晴らしいシーズンだった。来シーズン、さらに高みを目指して、最高の野球を見せてくれることを信じている。そして、ファンの皆さん、あなたたちの応援がチームにとって何よりの力になる。次の戦いに向けて、共に準備を進めよう。ドジャースの未来に期待しながら、また次回のシーズンでお会いしましょう。